and gentlemen, on this motion, this House believes that Malaysia should allow homeschooling. We, as the side of opposition, we oppose this motion because we believe that it will create more harm. So, basically, the summary for today's debate is the government side are upholding the parents' right because they think that the parent know best. But we, from the side of the opposition, we believe that our Ministry of Education knows better on how education will work on a children, Mr. Speaker. So that's why we believe that we won't allow homeschooling because our government knows better. And secondly, they talk about these parents have to buy lab apparatus. This thing is a very impossible because if we think logically, in building a lab, first you need, of course, lab apparatus, which is very expensive. Second, you need place. Of course, you won't build a lab inside your own house because if there is any explosion happen, yes, your home will explode. So before that, yes.
We did not state that parents have to build labs themselves, sir. We just say compare the private schools who don't have labs but their students still accept.
Why not you just send them to the public school because they have the lab already, and it is impossible for parents to actually build a lab for a student. For only a student, it is just a waste. So that is the summary for today's debate. So this is the issue what have been brought up by the opposition, by the government side today, which is first, parents' right versus students' right. Secondly, home environment versus school environment. And lastly, parents' knowledge versus research from Ministry of Education. So, firstly, on the parents' right versus students' right. We believe that they talk about, they give birth of these children and that's why they have the right and they know best for their children. And we from the side of the opposition, we believe that the students also have the right to actually choose for the part of their education system because we believe if you think that these students have been chosen the part of education by their parents early in their development during their childhood. Do you think that this will give right to the student itself? Because of course they want to have friends in their own schools, not only in housing area. Yes.
Not many students can choose the best way for their life. That's why they need the parents to guide them.
If these parents are sending these children to the public schools, they will get two benefits, which is firstly, they will be nurtured by the government itself, by the school. Secondly, they can be nurtured by the parents. We are not denying the fact that parents have the right to actually nurture these children, but we believe that the knowledge that possessed by these parents is actually limited compared to our government. That will be explained later before yes.
How are you going to ensure that the level of education, how are you going to ensure that the government knows more than the parents? When in the first place, both are human, and who knows the students better than the parents?
This is analogy, Mr. Speaker. Our Ministry of Education have been organized for 51 years, and their parents are only starting their life just for 20 or 13 years. So this experience is more benefit to the government. So this government have done a lot of research and it is proven, Mr. Speaker, that the outcome of this public school is actually better because of you never give out any issue or any example from outside countries that homeschooling is actually better. If you are giving the fact of spelling competition, that is only spelling, Mr. Speaker. Spelling can be improved by just reading the dictionary. But in school, you have to learn physics, chemistry, biology. That is a heavy subject, Mr. Speaker. Your parents can cope with a lot of things like that, and you will actually burden your own parents to actually give a balanced education to these students. Sit down, all of you. Secondly, on the point of home environment versus school environment. Firstly, at home, we believe that there is only theoretical subjects, theoretical education, and secondly, the consequences of home environment is parents are busy and this student cannot do a lot of activities. compared to school environment, we have co-curriculum activities which have a lot of things inside it, a lot of activities that can be involved by these students, and we believe that school environment are actually better than the school environment itself. Yes.
But there is a possibility that each student will be left out from the co-curriculum activity.
Here, here.
If this student, it is normal in our community that if you are not trying to strive for your life, strive for your own education, you will be left out. But that is the that is the other parents' job to actually make sure that these children. Listen first. These children will actually not be left out by actually survey their education. But the main base for the education is from teachers, not from parents. Because of parents can give additional knowledge by just sending them to tuition, not only by making own tuition inside their house. Because of it is really not going to indicator that have been put out by our Ministry of Education. Even though you want to take A level, but if you are not exposed to the society, to the environment, at the end of the day, that will give you harm, which will create an unethical student, not ethical, unsocialized students, Mr. Speaker. Then this is an effect of when children does not expose to the environment itself. Yes.
Okay, one of the problem with public school nowadays is the educational system is actually designed as many sorts nowadays, and there is one size fit all. But in this world, it is will be work for socks, but it will not suit for children.
I can understand your point. Okay, and then in school environment, we can also teach on practical level, which I talk about the lab apparatus and all stuff. So when there is practical plus theoretical, that's why we want to create a balanced students, not the students by reading the books. Okay, on the third issue, parents' knowledge versus research from Ministry of Education.
7 minit
We
setengah.
believe that parents know, they believe that parents know best for their children. But in certain conditions, our Ministry of Education knows better, because as we know, in 51 years that MOE have been organized, of course they have made a lot of improvement. Rather than you want to actually allow these parents to actually try and error, this is really bad, because of if once you have done an error, this will give bad effect to the future of these children. So that's why we don't want this thing to happen. So we believe that Malaysia should should not allow homeschooling, because we believe that there is no problem in our status quo and our education system is already good. So with that, thank you.